I guess every indie game feels like an underdog generally. Even if they're wildly successful. I mean, look at Stardew Valley. That's more successful than most AAA games, which is insane. Okay, we gotta make 3 copper pipes. And, like, it still feels just so much more pure and interesting and fun than most AAA ever will. Fez, even though the developer is a complete dumbass and, like, kind of... What was he thinking? I should probably actually maybe start buying some of these. I gotta actually make some iron. How much money do I have? 1,052. What is mucus good for? Loot. Can be used for crafting. Yeah, enter the gadget. Yeah, I mean, we can keep listing off games until we're blue in the face. I'm just trying to think of, like, why even some of the worst indie games feel better than middling AAA. I don't know. I'm not good enough at articulating it right now, which is unfortunate. I just love indie games. They feel fresh, even if they're a clone. Let me see. Oh, they need data disk for the panbat infestation. Okay, well, we have the copper blades, so I guess let's go turn this one in. Yeah, maybe because the people that make the indie games enjoy making them. Yeah, maybe. Freedom, creativity, yeah. Yeah. That's why I like games like Horizon Zero Dawn, because it feels like somebody loved making that game. It's why I like playing the Dark Souls games, I mean Monster Hunter. It feels like somebody enjoyed making them. Whereas, like, I have harder times getting into stuff like... What's a good example? It's why I have trouble getting into Grand Theft Auto at this point. It doesn't feel like anybody, a human, makes those games anymore. It feels like, it feels like a robot is just putting them out to make more money. And, you know, it's closed. It's too late in the day. And so when, like, a AAA game comes out, and it's $60 to get it, plus a $30 season pass, plus a... $60 to get it, $30 season pass, $20 for random cosmetics that you might want to get, because otherwise your character is just going to look woefully generic. And then when the season pass stuff actually starts to come out, you're like, this is just really canned garbage. Like, I'm describing Destiny 2 right now. And it disappoints me because, like, I actually really liked Destiny 1. It felt like they had an idea. And Destiny 2 felt like they didn't have ideas anymore. The plot was better. They did that. They got the humor down. But then the content just kind of felt soulless. Yeah, don't forget about pre-order stuff. Ugh. Shadow of Mordor. Shadow of Mordor was great. But Shadow of War? I'm sure it was great too, but it didn't feel like it had soul anymore. I tried playing it, apart from horrible performance issues that I couldn't fix, apart from playing the game on like absolute minimum, which didn't even fix it. It just felt more of the same. Destiny 2 did not have the humor down. Nathan Fillion had the humor down. Everybody else was about as flat and as boring as usual. GTA is still great. You sure? If I remember it takes like 600 hours to grind enough money to earn everything in that game. That's not really okay. Like, I just want to play Grand Theft Auto, get some, like, goofy cars, drive around for a while, and not be, like, confronted with the fact that I'm inferior because I'm not, like, dumping shit tons of time into the game. Like, That doesn't feel good to me. Does not look like it's midnight. I guess when it's raining it has a different ending to it. I don't know. Or not different ending, different filter, maybe? I'm actually having trouble plowing through most of my stamina here. That's gonna be a problem. But yeah. I don't know. I guess I just feel like if I'm going to be putting that much money into a game, it better feel like somebody cared about making it. There's like... I mean, I brought up Hollow Knight earlier. That was made by like, what, 3 to 5 people? Something like that? And I put in, what, 20 bucks? Tops? Actually, I didn't put any money into it because I got it for free, but that's beside the point. Most people would put, you know, 20 bucks into these games. And then they're gonna get that 20 bucks out, even if it's like a shorter experience. You know, Owlboy, I think we beat in, what, 5-6 hours? You know, Owlboy felt like somebody cared about that game. And, you know, made a good game as a result. And, like, at this point, I bought a Call of Duty once just to see, hey, is Call of Duty ever worth doing any kind of series on? Because I heard the campaigns weren't bad. And then I just didn't like it. It just wasn't fun. And so I just put it away, because, like, what's the point? And then I went back to my indie games, and, well, here we are. I mean, I guess I am playing some AAA right now. Monster Hunter definitely counts, but... same category, maybe? I was watching an extra credits video on this about how games should probably cost about 90 bucks nowadays, and I'm like, I actually wouldn't mind paying 90 bucks for games if it felt like the developers weren't just trying to squeeze money out of it. And so, like, you know, if I could pay 90 bucks for a Red Alert 4 that isn't, like, a horrifying mess, I might actually do that. Of course, they'd have to do it. What's tin alloy? Oh. Huh. I can apparently do that. That's weird. Okay, where's all of that iron I left behind? There it is. Yeah, we gotta make some better equipment if I'm ever gonna wanna do anything else. I guess I can also sell the iron. I don't really want to do that, though. There's also carbon steel and a couple other things. Oof. Okay, so I could make a bronze sword. And an enhanced broadsword. Or we could just skip for... I should probably just skip for the iron swords. We just gotta figure out where to get the animal bones from. And so I gotta make another basic skeever. Let's see, do we have the copper pipes for this? Yes, we do. But yeah, I guess it's just kind of disheartening to spend, you know, so much money and get, like, a canned experience when I can pay so much less for an indie game and get, like, an honest-to-goodness, like, somebody labor of loved this game. Okay. Salt, HP... I'll have to look into getting better food at some point. Food at some point. Okay, let's see. We probably don't need a water tank. Removable battery. Actually, it doesn't look too hard to make. Let's see. Civil furnace. Maybe. DD transport. Should work on that. Let's get the basic skeever going. So what do I need for this? 1 marble plank, 2 bronze pipe. Oh, wow. That's really easy. Well, I've already got the marble plank. Right. We've already been through this experience. We know how to make one of these. Which of these can I pick up? Because I've already put them in other chests. Okay, that's a little bit more. I really wish I could just say, like, auto-deposit all of these into the surrounding boxes, so that I don't have to hunt them down. We'll want to make a better, bigger storage at some point. But right now I can't. Should probably actually make another civil furnace when I get the chance. Because I'm probably going to need that. Okay, put away the glass, put away these. I could always just put down my other stone furnaces. What is this stuff? Oh, that's tin ore. Okay. I've still got a bunch of this. And I've got to get rid of the worn gloves. At this point, they're garbage. Did Minecraft feel like a soulless game or one with a heart? That's a weird one, because it started as a game with a heart, and now I have no idea how to describe Minecraft. I mean, it seems like a perfectly fine game. I never liked Minecraft, which probably doesn't help. I played Terraria before I ever played Minecraft, and it kind of ruined the experience of Minecraft. I'm sure if I played it now, it would probably still feel like it used to. Mainly because it started with a bunch of people that, like, legitimately cared about the game. I think still care about the game. But I can't easily say, like, yeah, Minecraft's okay or not, because... Oh, what is this? I've never actually been in here. The Happy Apartments residents only. Oh. Well, that's not helpful. Oh, okay, the person I'm looking for is just over here. Hello, old man. I've got your stuff for you. Excellent work. I'm impressed. I just need to wait for it to be set up, and we can have a game of Cross 5 or 2. Someone took my favorite book while I was out for a walk. I'll never forgive. What? Okay, sure. Seeking community input for future updates. I mean, I don't know, good for them. That's a game that's existed longer than it should have. I don't think Minecraft was even supposed to have a survival mode originally. Okay, do I already... Yeah, so I already have the weekly pass to go in here. Oh, that alone is going to save me an inordinate amount of money. Yeah, the fact that they let Minecraft modders just go wild on it is a huge plus in the game's favor-ish. I mean, not that it really matters too much, but any game that, like, allows for, like, substantive modding, and even, like, incorporating some of those mods back into the game properly, always feels really good to me. We want to just get some more data discs. Might as well finish off some of these quests. Learn some more recipes. I'm trying to think of indie games that really felt like soulless, and I'm kind of stumped. Just because there's a lot of, like, really garbage indie games that, like, nobody even bought or played, so it's like, do they even count? I guess they do, but, like, would you call, the Golden Compass, like, movie tie-in game a AAA game? What would you call that? I barely even consider the games that I used to work on, games. Like, did they count? I don't think they do. They're just cash grabs, nothing more. I should probably look into getting some of these. Mainly, upgrading the strike wouldn't be a bad idea. Air Control is a soulless indie game. I think I heard about that one. Yeah, shovelware. Yeah, there was like a Gold Rush indie game that a lot of my YouTube buddies dove onto, and a lot of people were actually, like, demanding that I play it, and I'm like, what? This looks bad. Skyshine's Bedlam is a soulless game. Is it a soulless game, or just kind of a midpoint between bad and just abusive? Skyshine's Bedlam felt abusive more than soulless. Because it had interesting ideas in there, it just legitimately was not fun. Oh, hey, I'm at Bedrock. I didn't know I could get down here. Looks kind of like I cleaned this place out. Because I remember enjoying Skyshine's Bedlam, I just also really hated playing it. Because it was just like, your unit was like, not behind cover. They're now dead. And it's like, ugh, this is everything I hate about XCOM, but without a save and load. Arc Pixel looks like a cash grab. Yeah, okay, Arc might be. Arc might be a good example of a soulless game. Because, like, I loved Scorched Earth. I think Arc is kind of this, like, weird midpoint of, like, it got popular enough that, like, they started making money from it, and so they started becoming, worse over time, maybe. Hey, what happened to Space Food Truck? Like all games, kind of. You stop playing them after a while. I think they're actually working on a 3D Space Food Truck, so we'll probably be back to it then. But, so for those of you that don't know, a couple of years ago I did a fun series on a game called Space Food Truck, which is practically a board game, honestly. It was fun. But it was really hard, and when we finally beat the game, we're just like, alright, we're never playing this again. I don't think anybody ever said it, but it was kind of just this, like, unspoken thing of just, like, none of us ever wanted to, like, load the game up again, because it was probably not going to be much different. 3D Space Food Truck. I don't know. The idea of it was... The idea of a 3D one could be kind of interesting. I mean, it'd probably just be, like, Overcooked or whatever. But, like, Overcooked isn't bad. But yeah, the other reason why we stopped playing Space Food Truck is I stopped being friends with half the group. Like, unfortunately, as a YouTuber, you are professionally incentivized to, the farmer Panbet. Oh, okay. We got some quests to turn in. But as YouTubers, as a YouTuber, I'm like professionally invested in my friendships, which is weird. Oh, today was Sunday, church service. Gotcha. But so for me, I have to, like, you know, keep all of my friendships, like, together and you know, running smoothly and stuff. But you can't always do that, because it's also one of those where you have to make sure that you can, like, kind of keep your channel growing, and, like, you don't just do bad things for it. I'm too tired to, like, really put the words out, but, like, it's, I guess the easy example is me choosing between Tower of Guns and Slay the Spire. I love Tower of Guns, but Slay the Spire does better on my channel, so I will always choose Slay the Spire first. You have them, great. Let's see. Oh, these are just the discs for the pan bats. Okay, well that's easier. But so, you know, I have to make business decisions, and you know, this kind of comes at the tail of me accusing AAA developers of being soulless, and, you know, here I am talking about profits. Which sucks, but whatever. But, when when it came down to it, I was starting to, like, I guess not move past certain friendships, but I was, like, shuffling things around and, you know, playing with different people. I think at the time, Scrap Mechanic was still super popular on my channel, and so I was prioritizing Scrap Mechanic to some degree, because I was like, you know, I need to feed this hungry beast that is practically consuming my channel. Which was fine. Okay, worn fur and plant fiber for cloth, rope, quality leather. I'm gonna... Let's see what I need to make better equipment, though. Okay, so I need fiber cloth, rubber fruit, and leather. Well, let's start with the fiber cloth. Oh, hey, we've already got enough. But so at the time I was prioritizing playing Scrap Mechanic a little bit more. So I started playing with Derf and Luop. And that kind of came at the expense of the people that didn't want to play Scrap Mechanic as much. I'm gonna make leather. What do I need for leather? Leather is fur and plant fiber. That's not so bad. And so add fur and plant fiber. So for those of you guys that weren't around at the time, I had two friends, Bad Stainless and Purple Phantom, that I did a bunch of co-op stuff with. I played Scrap Mechanic with them, and they enjoyed it, but they got really bored of it, because, you know, ultimately the game was limited, and they only had so much that they could do. I should probably just sell some of the soil. Let's go sell a bunch of soil, I think. But they got really sick of Scrap Mechanic. They didn't want to play any more of it. Oh, I've straight up got 4 animal bones. That's helpful. I can make myself an iron sword. That could be useful. But yeah, so Stainless and Purple Phantom didn't like Scrap Mechanic that much. That's fine. And so they decided that they were going to, you know, go off and do their own thing. That was fine. And, you know, I started playing with Derf and Luop and, you know, a lot of Bird, and without them. And unfortunately, this is kind of a bad thing, because if you have... Oh, there's another treasure chest up there. I'll have to get up there at some point. Let's see if I can sell stuff. Please don't be closed. Well, can I still sell stuff to you? You? Maybe? Okay, can I just sell all 100? Yes! Apparently he needed soil, question mark. I guess I really should just offload my garbage on this guy. He doesn't need my stone as much, though. Oh well. I've still got tons. There we go. But yeah, so because I had stopped playing with them so much, and they were going off to do their own thing, they got kind of upset at that, because it's like, you know, hey, play with us some more. And they felt like they were being replaced. And I mean, I've thought about this a lot, and a long time too, you know, kind of sitting there mulling it over. It's like, was I replacing them intentionally, or did it just kind of automatically happen? I think from my perspective, it just kind of automatically happened. I wasn't intending to replace anybody ever, because obviously that's like super not okay to just replace people. I was just trying to make the executive decision of like, you know, this is my channel needs this, and so I'll just try and fit things in. I do this to Shell all the time, and she gets upset at me for it. Yesterday she was quite upset at me because, you know, I wanted to do a bunch of Monster Hunter, and she's like, you know, don't just make me spend my days listening to you playing games without me. Actually do something with me. And, you know, that's totally fine, actually. But that was my fault to some degree for putting her in that situation. And I haven't even been thinking about it. We do have 3 series together, and we do need to play more. I just wanted to play more Monster Hunter because I was having a bad day. But for me, I'm not even thinking about how this, like, affects the other person. I'm just like, okay, this is what I need. I'm gonna do it. I'm a very goal-oriented person and a very, like, specific person. And so, I get a little bit too much, like, tunnel vision. And I will often kind of neglect the obvious. Because I'm not seeing the bigger picture particularly well. Oh, we need rubber fruit for this one. So they felt, like, really replaced. And what ended up happening, and I think I actually talked about this a couple episodes ago in this series, was it kind of came to a head, but not in a healthy way. When you get into, like, an argument with other people, you kind of want to, like, lay it out there and listen to the other party. I don't think either party felt like they were being listened to, and it just kind of fell apart really fast. And everybody was just kind of pissed off about it. And then it fell apart, and I just went off to go play Dark Souls with Bird, which actually worked out fairly well for me. Hey, I can finally increase my land space. Yes. Huh. Can I pick this up and move it? Oh no. Can I not move this thing? Is this just going to be here? This is dumb. We'll say thanks for finishing the uploads of Setsuna. Oh yeah, I mean, whenever I have a series, I fully intend to finish it. Like, I am actually fairly committed to finishing every game that I ever play. The main problem is I can't do that, and it doesn't work that way. Which sucks. Oh, you can move it to the place you upgrade it. Okay, that's helpful. How much is the next land upgrade? I gotta find it. It's out over here. 15,000 goals. Well, I mean, I guess I'm not farming. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's start grabbing things. So I've got amber, I've got that. Specifically, I don't think we need that much sand. Maybe we do. I'll hold on to what sand we have. I've got a ton of wood. Even more copper. Ah, this is where that goes. Let me think. Yeah, because the next thing we'd like to do is maybe get the upgraded pickaxe, because we're about to be able to make the iron sword. How's my inventory doing? It's still pretty full. Mostly copper. I was not actually expecting that I'd have so much copper. Let's do that. Let me see. Oh. We had some silicon chips, and we had some slime over here. I really wish you could network these together. It would make my life so much easier. Okay, let's just dump all the copper, all the tin. That'll help. Okay, so now my inventory is still pretty crazy full. But it's not so crazy full anymore. I'm gonna just grab the large planter box and I'm gonna go sell it. Do I seriously have just one stone sitting in my inventory? Oh, we have mail. What is mail? Research center. Oh, we've got a result. Loudspeaker and a boombox. Okay, so we want a boombox. Apparently I actually have to find and make them here. No? Leather horn. Is it over here? Loudspeaker, but where's boombox? Simple search. Jeez. Okay, that's something for later. But yeah, I don't know. If I had unlimited time, I probably would finish every game that I can. Okay. Apparently we also have a quest over here that I should probably do. But yeah, what are examples of series that I'd like to finish but probably won't? This one, actually. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to finish this game. I am just too poor to be able to make anything fast. And, like, some of the... like, 15,000 ones for, cost things are just going to be a problem. Okay, so none of these have a time limit, but, except for fishing, so I'll have to look up fishing at some point.